What's up, guys? Welcome to the fourth PHP tutorials in my series of PHP tutorials. Well, today I'm actually going to teach you about something called arrays. And what an array is a almost unlimited amount of the same thing. And yeah, that might sound a little bit strange in your ears, so why not simple things up a little bit by deleting what we did in the previous 3 tutorials. Okay, so imagine that you need 1000 variables. So then we type a $, variable 1 equal to 10, variable 2 equals to 20. Then you'll have to type that 1000 times, and you have to change the name from 1 to 2 and the values each time, unless you want all variables to have the same value. Typing that 1000 times is going to take a lot of space in your file and also a lot of time. So why not just write it all in one line? But 1000 is still a pretty big number to deal with when you're new to this whole thing with arrays, so we're just going to have 3. So let's start creating an array. First of all, a $, again, like any usual variables. Now type animals, because this is going to be the name of our arrays. Now type square bracket 3 square bracket semicolon. Well, what this actually does is that this creates an array called animals with 4 elements in it, and the thing to type in between these 2 square brackets is not the value of this array. That's just the amount of elements in it. That's the amount of animals in this case. So we're talking about 3 animals right here, and I said that there's 4, but I don't type 3 in here. But well, that's because the computer doesn't count like we do. We count like 1, 2, 3, but the computer counts 0, 1, 2, 3, and when it counts in 0, 2, therefore there'll be 4 elements in this array actually. So we just created 3 arrays, but none of them has any value. And how can you see if they have a value or not? Well, simply print them out. Simply print them out. Now type echo $animals 0. Okay, so what we're actually doing here is we print out animals, but we don't print out all the values. We only print out the value of the 0th. Well, and the 0th is the first element in the array, so we only print out the value of the first element in the array. So if you try and hit save right now and refreshes this page, you'll see that it says nothing. And it says nothing because these variables has no values, so we're going to assign a value to them right now. Therefore you type animals 0 equals let's see 5. Now you hit the save button again and go. If I could find my mouse, it's very annoying that Camtasia Studio makes your mouse flashing recording videos. Now I found it finally. Now I reload the page, and now you see it says 5, because 5 is the value of the 0th element in this array, and we assign a value to it right here. So when we say print out the 0th element, we say print out the value of the 0th element, and we define a value to that right here. Also, we can go animals 1 equals 10. Now let's try and change 0 to 1. Hit save. Reload the page. You see it says 10 because that's the value of element 1. And again, now if we define a value to animals 2, assign 20 to that, and change the from element 1 to element 2, and hit save. And now reload this page. As you see, it says 20 now, and that's no big surprise. And now I'm just going to test something, so if I get an error, then bear with me, because I'm just testing something right now. Animals free equals 40. Print out animals free. Save it and refresh it. Well, that didn't make any inconveniences, luckily. Okay, so now you defined all of elements in this array. 0, 1, 2, and 3. That's all the elements in this array. But now what will happen if you try and define animals 4, which is not even a existing animal, if you according to this there's only 3 elements in this array, but we're trying to define a 4th right now, and then typing 80, trying to print out the value of animals 4. Let's see what happens when we do this. Then you see nothing happens, it just prints out 80. So really it doesn't really matter what you type up here when declaring the variables, because hey, it's just a amount of arrays. But in Java, for an example, when you have 3 elements, then if you try and define the 4th element, then you'll get an error saying something array index out of bounds exception, which means that you are trying to declare an element that's not there. But apparently PHP doesn't care about that, so yeah, well, that's just a good thing. But well, you can also set it equal to just erase the 4th element. Actually, you can also set it equal to other things than just integers. You can also set it equal to strings, for example. So animal 0 should be equal to a dog. And now print out the 0th element in this array, which has the value dog. Now try and hit the save button, reload this page. Now it says dog, and it's the same thing with all of these elements. Call this a cat, guinea pig, which I have a guinea pig, and a let's see, and a horse. So now if you print out 1, it'll say cat, and 2 will be guinea pig, and so on. That's one way to define arrays. So if you just try and erase these arrays that we just made right here, we're going to say $ animals equals array, and then try to be typing dog, cat, guinea pig, and horse. Well, what we just did is that again we declared 0, 1, 2, 3, well, 1, 2, 3. We just declared 4 arrays, and actually dog is the 0th element. So if you say print out animal 0, it'll print out dog, because that's the element ID of dog. If you say animals 1, it'll print out cat, because cat has the element ID 1. 2 will print out guinea pig, because that's the element ID of guinea pig, and 3 will print out the element ID horse. And currently we're printing out 2, which will be 0, 1, 2. So let's see if it prints out Guinea pig. You just hit save right now, open up and refresh this page, and as you see it says Guinea pig still. So now what if we change it to 0 and hit Control S to save it, and try to reload the page. Reload it again, it says dog. So that's another way to define arrays. So try and mess around a little bit with that, and I'll see you in my next tutorial.